All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is sponsored by the JoeBidenHatesYou.com store. Get your merch at JoeBidenHatesYou.com. I will be uploading a new design tonight because of what happened to Trump and the raid. You know, this should scare all of us that our government can just raid our homes under suspicion of a crime when really there's no cause or reason to believe that a crime is committed. And it's really sad what they've done to Trump. It's a disgrace. And I actually today I went flag waving in Orlando by myself. I brought out my Trump flag, my Trump 2024 flag, and I did a loop around Lake Eola Park. It was pretty empty today because of the weather, but I still did a loop today in support of Donald Trump and to remind people that we do stand with Trump here. And you know, got a few reactions. I did one interview today, which I have. And I want to admit to you guys, I never actually watched Trump's inauguration speech from 2016. So I wanted to actually watch it, 2017, excuse me. I wanted to watch it and just kind of react to it in real time and see, you know, if what he's saying back then kind of rings true today. I've seen snippets of it, like sound bites, but I never actually sat down and watched the full inauguration. So we're going to do it today. We're going to throw it back to 2017. And all right, let's get into it, guys. Here we go. Let's put this in theater mode. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, here we go, guys. Take it away, Trump.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Did I get that one right? That's pretty damn dope. That crowd is packed. Yeah, it is a deep crowd. Wow, amazing.
Chief Justice Roberts, President Carter, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, fellow Americans, and people of the world, thank you.
Damn, look at that shot. Holy shit. You know, they tried to say that his inauguration was empty. I remember back then there was like images of the crowd size. I mean, look at that right there with our own eyes. We could see that with our own eyes. I will say though, right here, there is a little space to the top right, and there's a little space right here on the top right too, like on the edges. But that to me looks like a packed crowd. Holy crap.
We, the citizens of America, are now joined in a great national effort to rebuild our country and restore its promise for all of our people. Together, we will determine the course of America and the world for many, many years to come. We will face challenges. We will confront hardships, but we will get the job done. Every 4 years, we gather on these steps to carry out the orderly and peaceful transfer of power. And we are grateful.
That is pretty funny. That he said every 4 years we do the peaceful transfer of power. Because obviously we all know what happened this year. That's just pretty funny to me.
To President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama for their gracious aid throughout this transition. They have been magnificent. Thank you. Today's ceremony, however, has very special meaning because today we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C. and giving it back to you, the people.
I mean, that's I think that line right there is where he won so many people over. And if you really think about it, it is kind of a slap in the face to Obama because he's basically saying Obama was part of the political machine, and now Trump comes in and that he's putting power back to the people. So that's a pretty powerful line, and I've actually seen that line many times before. I've heard that line many times before in a lot of like motivational remixes that they've kind of put together of for Trump.
For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government while the people have borne the cost. Washington flourished.
He's like basically talking about Nancy Pelosi, who somehow is worth, I think, $100 million, even though she is an elected official. Pretty crazy stuff. She probably even made more money from her Taiwan trip.
But the people did not share in its wealth. Politicians prospered, but the jobs left and the factories closed. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. Their victories have not been your victories. Their triumphs have not been your triumphs. And while they celebrated in our nation's capital, there was little to celebrate for struggling families all across our land.
Sounds like 2022 with inflation killing the average American family, gas prices killing the average American family, food costs killing the average American family. And really the only people that are excelling right now and thriving are our beautiful elites. So it's interesting that what Trump is saying happened before Trump, and it's happening once again after Trump. Because all I know is if any of you put any money in the stock market or crypto market during Trump's 4 years, your money just hit highs it has never seen before.
That all changes starting right here and right now, because this moment is your moment. It belongs to you. It belongs to everyone gathered here today and everyone watching all across America. This is your day. This is your celebration. And this, the United States of America, is your country. What truly matters is not which party controls our government, but whether our government is controlled by the people. January 20th, 2017 will be remembered as the day the people became the rulers of this nation again.
Chica
The
guapa.
forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer. Everyone is listening to you now. You came by the tens of millions to become part of a historic movement, the likes of which the world has never seen before. At the center of this movement is a crucial conviction that a nation exists to serve its citizens. Americans want great schools for their children, safe neighborhoods for their families, and good jobs for themselves. These are just and reasonable demands of righteous people and a righteous public. But for too many of our citizens, a different reality exists. Mothers and children trapped in poverty in our inner cities, rusted out factories scattered like tombstones across the landscape.
It sounds like 2022 again. It also sounds like, some of the blue cities and states that basically closed down during the pandemic and became like ghost towns and graveyards. And what's crazy is a lot of restaurants and stores that had 24-hour openings before, like they were open 24 hours, they're still not back to that. So it's just crazy how like we had these 8 years that he's describing, 4 years of amazingness for our country, and now back to abject poverty
of our nation. An education system flush with cash, but which leaves our young and beautiful students deprived of all knowledge.
Now it's the education has been weaponized into indoctrination of kids, especially when it comes to gender ideology. So it's just interesting that a lot of the problems he's describing have kind of bubbled again back to the top in these last 2 years.
And the crime and the gangs and the drugs that are.
And once again, we're back to this. We all know with the border crisis, we have record levels of fentanyl coming through. We have record levels of drug dealers coming through. And we also have record numbers of crime wave happening across the country. The difference is now people are saying enough and citizens are starting to fight back. We're seeing an increase in vigilantism, such as the Asian American store owner in Vegas who stabbed the robber 7 times. This is what it's coming to. And we should probably see more of that in the next 2 years. Again, if you are a family person, if you have a home, wherever you live, I highly, strongly consider you guys investigate your Second Amendment so that you can protect yourself, especially because, I do think that the next 2 years is going to start to get a little spicy. The next year is going to get a little spicy. And I think election year 2024 is going to be absolutely nuts. I think it's going to dwarf whatever happened in 2020. So we'll see what happens, but definitely protect yourself and your family.
Stolen too many lives and robbed our country of so much unrealized potential. This American carnage stops right here and stops right now. We are one nation, and their pain is our pain. Their dreams are our dreams, and their success will be our success. We share one heart, one home, and one glorious destiny. The oath of office I take today is an oath of allegiance to all Americans. For many decades, we've enriched foreign industry at the expense of American industry.
And now we're enriching foreign countries at the expense of the American citizens. I don't know how much money we've sent to Ukraine, but I heard something today, $54 billion. And I don't think there was really a vote on that. It just, apparently that's what we're doing. So, we're continuing to pour money overseas.
Subsidize the armies of other countries while
that's exactly what we're doing with Ukraine. We're subsidizing the armies of other countries.
Allowing for the very sad depletion of our military. We've defended other nations' borders while refusing to defend our own.
Guys, this is crazy. Every issue that he's talking about are the same issues we're having under a Joe Biden administration. This is shocking. I think that he could just use this as his campaign speech when he announces he's running for 2024, and he's going to hit out of the park. It's going to be a home run.
And spent trillions and trillions of dollars overseas while America's infrastructure has fallen into disrepair and decay. We've made other countries rich while the wealth, strength, and confidence of our country has dissipated over the horizon. One by one, the factories shuttered and left our shores, with not even a thought about the millions and millions of American workers that were left behind. The wealth of our middle class has been ripped from their homes and then redistributed all across the world. But that is the past. And now we are looking only to the future.
Look at these Look at these people. Look at that shot. Wow. Look at that shot. That's crazy. None of them look happy. None of them. The deep state.
We assembled here today are issuing a new decree to be heard in every city, in every foreign capital, and in every hall of power. From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
I like that he had to repeat himself there twice. That's pretty awesome. America first. America first. That's right. And now I see why. I mean, it's not that creative to go America first, but now I see why a lot of people do this for America first, because it's what Trump did here.
America first.
There we go. There it is.
Every decision on trade, on taxes, on immigration, on foreign affairs will be made to benefit American workers and American families. We must protect our borders from the ravages of other countries making our products, stealing our companies, and destroying our jobs. Protection will lead to great prosperity and strength. I will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down. America will start winning again, winning like never before. We will bring back our jobs. We will bring back our borders. We will bring back our wealth. And we will bring back our dreams. We will build new roads and highways and bridges and airports and tunnels and railways all across our wonderful nation. We will get our people off of welfare and back to work, rebuilding our country with American hands and American labor. We will follow two simple rules: buy American and hire American. We will seek friendship and goodwill with the nations of the world, but we do so with the understanding that it is the right of all nations to put their own interests first. We do not seek to impose our way of life on anyone, but rather to let it shine as an example. We will shine for everyone to follow. We will reinforce old alliances and form new ones and unite the civilized world against radical Islamic terrorism, which we will eradicate completely from the face of the earth.
He did that. He did a good job at getting rid of ISIS.
At the bedrock of our politics will be a total allegiance to the United States of America. And through our loyalty to our country, we will rediscover our loyalty to each other. When you open your heart to patriotism, there is no room for prejudice.
There you go. Condemning prejudice and racism right there, guys.
The Bible tells us how good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. We must speak our minds openly, debate our disagreements honestly, but always pursue solidarity. When America is united, America is totally unstoppable.
That day is long gone. We are so far from united right now. It's crazy.
There should be no fear. We are protected, and we will always be protected. We will be protected by the great men and women of our military and law enforcement. And most importantly, we will be protected by God. Finally, we must think big and dream even bigger. In America, we understand that a nation is only living as long as it is striving. We will no longer accept politicians who are all talk and no action, constantly complaining, but never doing anything about it. The time for empty talk is over. Now arrives the hour of action. Do not allow anyone to tell you that it cannot be done. No challenge can match the heart and fight and spirit of America. We will not fail. Our country will thrive and prosper again. We stand at the birth of a new millennium, ready to unlock the mysteries of space, to free the earth from the miseries of disease, and to harness the energies, industries, and technologies of tomorrow. A new national pride will stir our souls, lift our sights, and heal our divisions. It's time to remember that old wisdom our soldiers will never forget, that whether we are black or brown or white, we all bleed the same red blood of patriots.
Like, I don't understand how the whole thing of him being racist became like the narrative when he's constantly speaking to all Americans, addressing us equally regardless of skin color, and then reinforcing that message. It's just crazy to me. They take like these little sound bites where he happens to be insulting someone who's black or Latino or Asian, and then they go, he's a racist. But what they fail to realize is he makes fun of everyone equally, including white people. He just makes fun of everybody. Whereas Biden has specifically said things directly to entire groups of minorities. You know, he said, for example, that blacks and Latinos don't know how to use cell phones. It's like, what? That's just so dumb. You know, blacks and Latinos probably actually over-index on cell phone usage more than other ethnic groups. That's just the reality. And then Latinos too, because a lot of Latinos in America have family overseas internationally, so they need to be on their mobile devices more. So this is just, it's nonsense. He also said something like, you know, in order to own a 7-Eleven, you need to have an Indian accent. He also said, if you vote for Trump, you ain't black. He also said Barack Obama is the first clean mainstream African. I mean, these are such rude insults to the entire group of black people, of Latino people, whereas Trump just like targets people specifically.
We all enjoy the same glorious freedoms, and we all salute the same great American flag.
Only the right celebrates the American flag. The left does not like the American flag these days.
And whether a child is born in the urban sprawl of Detroit or the windswept plains of Nebraska, they look up at the same night sky, they fill their heart with the same dreams, and they are infused with the breath of life by the same almighty creator.
You guys notice that Trump's doing all this without a teleprompter? This is pretty impressive stuff. I think that he actually memorized his entire speech.
So to all Americans in every city, near and far, small and large, from mountain to mountain, from ocean to ocean, hear these words: you will never be ignored again. Your voice, your hopes, and your dreams will define our American destiny. And your courage and goodness and love will forever guide us along the way. Together, we will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless America.
And God bless Trump.
Thank you. God bless America.
It's pretty crazy, guys, that like this guy was not a politician. He was just a really famous rich celebrity and becomes the president of the United States. And all these people in the background, Barack, Michelle, the Bushes, the Clintons, they've committed their life to politics. And Biden at the time had run for president twice and failed miserably. And, it was only this year he won on his third time. So it's just pretty crazy that would just upset people in terms of, like, I think an ego standpoint. Anyway, that was pretty cool stuff to watch. I never saw that before in its entirety. And I think that it was a great speech that Trump did today. So that was awesome. I see everybody in the comments. I see Robert. I see Copro, Epic Paul, Devon, Peter the Green. Let's see who else is there. A. Michael, JP. Who else is in the room? Adam Barr, who I just shared his meme on my Instagram account. Check it out, guys. He just made a really kick-ass meme, and I shared it on Instagram. I think it's pretty funny. Some people might say, oh, it's homophobic, but, I don't think it is. It's art. It's art, man. It's just art. It's just art. You could always say that about something, and then it's just not whatever they want to insult it as. It's just art, man. So this is the post that Adam Barr just made. He said he made this himself. It says, how Democrats celebrate Trump's house being raided. And it's a bunch. What's funny is it's funny because all of these characters have penises, but many of them look feminine. So these could be trans. There could be some trans women mixed in here. So this could literally be how the liberals do celebrate Trump's house being raided. This is very accurate. I give it a 10 out of 10 on accuracy. So good job, Adam Barr, on this meme. I'm pretty proud to know you, man. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to watch that video of Trump's inauguration. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. And if you guys do want to support the channel, you could buy a shirt at joebidenhatesyou.com, because don't forget, guys, don't forget, guys, Joe Biden does hate you, because any president that loves his people would not be doing this to the country. And that's facts. So, all right, guys, I'm going to cut this stream short because I am going to take a nap. And I'm proud to report my feet are normal again. I don't know how it happens, guys. It's just so strange that, like, some days I wake up and my feet are just so swollen and I didn't do anything. I didn't drink a lot of fluid. I didn't have a lot of salt. It's just when you have kidney failure, your body just does all sorts of crazy things that, you don't have control over. And when I wake up and have days like today where my ankles look normal, my feet look normal, I feel normal, I can actually walk around Lake Eola Park, I can actually go to the gym and run on the treadmill for a little bit. It's days like this now that I am so grateful for. And days like today felt kind of like my old normal. But I'm far from healthy right now, guys. Obviously, every day is a new challenge, and we're going to keep fighting. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow.